Alright, I think we're ready to go. As I was saying, Canyon is pretty, it's pretty difficult to move around in without AC, as it has, he's not, okay. Um, it's pretty difficult to move around in because of AC, or without AC, because when you fall off of a higher place than you started in this game, or you jump and then you land, you will experience a bit of landing lag, so that will happen quite frequently on Canyon, and that can cause Canyon to feel pretty slow to move around in, and your LBX just kind of feels sluggish on that stage if you don't know how to move around properly with the ASCs and skips. And then lava stages are also pretty generally annoying to most people, as when you're in lava, you will constantly take 50 damage around every second, and it does not matter if you are on the ground, because normally on the ground you can't take damage, or if you get knocked down, or you'll just take 1 damage, but you'll actually still take 50 damage there, so it's very troublesome if you get knocked down in the lava and then you just constantly take 50 damage. Looking here, Cthulhu's generally been trying to use these loops to just take control of the match and get these overheats. Yeah, I believe this is the second one he's got in this match. He's able to get a big extension from last time. Yeah, just able to run through him with these overheats. This is pretty similar to how the match went yesterday. Oh, he's able to get an extension. Yeah. It's not going to hit though because of weird positioning on Lunar's center part where it's slanted. Oh, good spin attack to stuff out Cthulhu's movement offensive option, and extends it into the spiral slash, and that'll take the stock. That was a very solid play from Dinoyipi. Alright, let's see. Yeah, Cthulhu just getting that item to just give him a free bar of meter, and then yeah, oh, that's a lot of damage and possibly an overheat. Nope, he misses the extension, and Dinoyipi's gonna punish that with another spiral slash combo. That's big damage. It'll keep it pretty competitive. He's still losing a little bit in damage, but yeah, that one extension is gonna cost a lot from Dinoyipi, and that meter that he has to rebuild, the time that he has to wait, is actually it actually doesn't keep recharging while you're downed, so it doesn't. It's not necessary to wait for someone to, or it's not a good strategy to. Oh, that was interesting. It looks like on one end, Dinoyipi had already gotten up, and on the other end, Dinoyipi was still on the ground, so he was forced up, and then he didn't get to choose an option. That was a really good extension. He caught him out of the air with that normal attack, and he was just able to react to him knocking him down. And since he knew that this game's multiplayer is very lenient with its combos into special attack routines, he knew that even though he was knocked down already, it would still teleport him back into the air and give him that guaranteed spiral slash if he used it right away. But that normal attack pattern, even though he blocked some of it, he was just at low enough health where it's going to do the job anyway. So Cthulhu takes game 1. Alright, let's see if we see a stage change. Nope, looks like we're staying with Lunar. I'm sure Dinoyipi feels pretty comfortable about this in general, as Dinoyipi actually got saved from a Trident Thrust earlier last game because of the slant in the middle, the crater that's created on Lunar. In the middle actually saved him from a Trident Thrust by positioning him in a strange way when Cthulhu got him into the air out of a combo, and he actually didn't take any damage from it. Oh, that was a very good flash kick. Just got him off of him from that normal attack, but oh man, that combo, yeah, it's gonna give him an overheat, and that's, oh, nice. Good cooldown. Or good cool me down item use, and able to attack on a little bit more damage, but that spear attack 1 is just gonna take him down. That does have homing capabilities when when this reticle around your enemy LBX is red, then that means that your normal attack 1 will home in on your opponent. So because Cthulhu knew this, he would all he had to do was press Y once, and there was a very high likelihood that he would just home in on him and just deal the remaining damage he needed to. Oh, trying to anticipate Cthulhu's overhead attack and just stuff it out with that flash kick of a charged attack, but just anticipated it wrong. Did get a little bit out of that, but didn't do super well in like extending on it after. He didn't have a lot of tension anyway. That spiral slash extension was very good, but Cthulhu with a big lead right now. The comeback is still very plausible. Gets the battery, just topping off his battery, just making sure. It's going to be very important if he wants to make a comeback. He's got to preserve his battery and just make sure he can do his gain meter for as long as possible. Building some meter and then switching back to Sword's Shield to just mitigate some of the damage from Majestic Radiance. And 731, that's not too bad. Oh, but that's a lot of... oh, never mind. Oh, I was going to say that Cthulhu dropped that extension and gave up a lot of damage that he could have done to make the comeback harder for Dinoyipi, but he picked it back up and dealt a considerable amount of damage, so that is going to make this comeback significantly more difficult. And so will that overheat combo. He has a cool me down, but we'll see if it's still able to make the comeback. That might teleport it in there, and that Trading Trust is going to be the breaking blow that ends the second game. So Cthulhu taking the set 2-0 in his favor, so he only needs one more game to win the set and move on into losers final, I believe, against Iron Man. That's the run back from his round 1 today. He played him this morning, earlier this morning, and he did lose 3 very close games, so it ended up being 3-0, and he sent him to the losers bracket. He's been running through losers so far, so we'll see if he can bring it back. Alright, Cthulhu asking for a stage switch, and Dinoyipi just saying he's good with the current stage, so looks like he's still pretty confident about Lunar. Maybe he's gonna position himself more on the slants, hoping that it'll save him from a couple of extensions, but for now it looks like he's just trying to stuff out the same strategy that he's been trying to do the whole time, so just like stuffing out those approaches, but unfortunately not being successful this first interaction and getting that overheat. Having enough room to cool me down, but that cool me down does have a pretty laggy animation, so Cthulhu able to catch up and then do a decent amount of damage. That was a very good sprint attack to stuff out Cthulhu's approach, and that'll reward him with a spiral slash, and I'll pretty much even things up. Yeah, so there's 2. See what I was talking about earlier. So that was Cthulhu had full tension, then he did 2 overheads, and then from there he had almost no tension. So he, instead of backing off, he committed to a no tension overheat combo, and just kept going in, just hoping that the no tension attacks, even though they did no damage, would still inflict an overheat on Dinoyipi, which he was successful in and won him that interaction and stock. That sideswipe into normal attack will break Dinoyipi's guard. He does lose that exchange. Oh, that was good. That was very punishable. That might have been a bit slow to extend. Yeah, gonna miss it. But if he did it a little bit earlier, it might have auto-corrected to a confirm, but just a little slow on it. And that'll definitely be a confirm. Yep. And slants aren't gonna save him there. He takes all 3 hits. That's very tough. Dinoyipi comebacks looking more and more difficult. Losing his second stock, it's 3-1, much like the second game, but he's got a little bit more damage on Cthulhu this time. Oh, that'll be a big opening. He doesn't have it. He doesn't have his meter recharged yet, so I don't think he's going to be able to use special attack routine. Now he might though. Yep, and this might even close it out. We'll see. Living on 3. This would be an insane comeback. Aww. And just getting hit by that overhead, and Cthulhu will take the set 3-0.